This is the simplest way to create engagement and focus at the start of a meeting. First thing in your meeting, you quickly clarify the purpose and then ask everyone to briefly answer a simple question. It's called a go-around because you're going to literally go around the room and hear everyone's answer. Here's an example. Welcome, everyone. We're here today to begin planning our public workshop series. When we're done, we'll have a draft workshop plan for the next 6 months, including goals, budget guidelines, and next steps. You're here because you and your teams will be critical to the success of these workshops, and your ideas and focus are needed to make this the best possible plan. Before we get started, let's quickly go around. As you each think about what we're trying to accomplish here today, about the plan we need to make, and the work that will follow to make these workshops a success, what's the one thing that you personally want to see come out of today's meeting? Okay, so that was more than a simple question. In this example, I also clarified the meeting purpose and outcomes and worked to make sure each person understood why their participation matters. But then I asked a single question that everyone could take turns answering. This gets every person's voice into the meeting right up front, so no one's starting this meeting checking email on their phone. This particular question also sets a frame by asking everyone what they want to get out of the meeting personally, so now they're each thinking about what they are going to do or accomplish there. This is a simple way to emphasize that this meeting is for getting work done. A single question go-around like this is often referred to as an icebreaker. Now, the difference between a good icebreaker and a cringe-worthy nightmare of an icebreaker is all about setting that frame. How to pick a question. The question you choose should always relate to the purpose and desired outcomes of the meeting. Sometimes you'll want to use a very direct, work-related question, like in the example. What's one thing you personally want to see come out of today's meeting? Other times, you want a question designed to set a particular mood or inspire new revelations. For example, Barbara McKay, a master facilitator here in the Northwest, often asks people to share, what's something you do that you get lost in and that brings you joy? And then she shares her example of deadheading flowers because it's peaceful, she's out working in nature, and it's satisfying to see the clear, beautiful result of her work. That question is designed to put the group in touch with the concept of flow, a working state of mind that creates peak output, and to help them see differences in each other's working styles. It's a great question for teams who need to complete deep work together. Now, when working with new groups, I'll often ask a question designed to encourage personal connection and showcase cultural identity. For example, what was your favorite band when you were a teenager? Or what's your favorite first meal of the day? These are lightweight questions, but not totally ridiculous. And the answers show you all kinds of interesting things about each person's culture, background, and preferences. You'll find many more examples in the downloads. So what about introductions? Should you do a round of introductions instead of a single question go-around? Well, I don't think so, no. When you have people in the group who don't know one another, you can combine your single question go-around with the introduction. For example, you might say, let's go around the room. When it's your turn, please tell everyone your name, your role here today, and what you personally want to see come out of today's meeting. And then, to show people exactly how they can reply and keep their answers brief, give them an example. I'll start. My name is Elise Keith. I'm here today because I'll ultimately be responsible for the plan. And in this meeting, I personally want to make sure we nail down the workshop dates and locations for the next 6 months. The single question go-around is also the most adaptable way to open a meeting. When you have large groups meeting together in the same place, you can have people answer the question with the group at their table or with the 2 people sitting near them. When you meet with large groups online, you can ask people to type their answers in the chat. Okay, that's the single question go-around. All the other techniques you'll read about in the workbook build on this simple go-around. Remember that whatever you choose, your goals for the first 5 minutes of your meeting are to 1. Clarify the meeting purpose and outcomes. 2. Set the participation expectation, which happens when you get everyone actively participating right from the start. And finally, to set the tone.